The first time I went into the gym, the man at the front desk looked me up and down and asked me if I'm really there to work out because they have only heavy weights and he wouldn't like me to get injured. And honestly, I don't blame him. This was my old physique. I wouldn't say I wasn't looking attractive, but with me being only 5 foot, I was looking skinny and fragile. And this was my transformations after just 8 months going to the gym. I look more attractive, more strong, and overall just feel more confident as I build the curves I always wanted. To give you some backstory, this wasn't my first experience with working out. I was working out since 13, doing home workouts. But after some times, I got bored of it. I wasn't making much more progress, and I was still looking just small and really skinny. This was the reason why I wanted to start going to the gym. And many women think that after they go to the gym, after their first session or maybe a week or a month, they will just gain so much muscle and will be looking like manly or bulky, but that's really not true. If you're scared of that, don't worry, this won't happen. I wish it was so easy to gain muscle. I've spent hours figuring out what would work for me. I watched hundreds of motivational videos about how to do the right technique, what exercises are best for strength, which for hypertrophy, and had to figure out what works for me, as not every exercise works for every human being, because we're all different. For me, I'm really small, so I couldn't even use some machines because of that. So I just stuck to doing calisthenics and free weights. And I'm just so glad for that, because if you're not just using machines, you actually get to know how your body works and learn the movements properly. And of course, any transformation can be done without food. For me, this was the hardest part, as I've always struggled with eating enough. But I figured out that you don't need some expensive meal plan or obsessively count your calories. You just need to eat healthy and balanced diet, and especially clean diet. With that, you're less likely to overeat, and it's also much more easier to hit your protein goals. So what should you focus on if you are not eating ultra-processed junk? You should focus on eating animal diet, which means meat, eggs, milk, and of course carbs from vegetables, rice, and potatoes. That's it. It's actually really easy. You just need to get used to it. And if you're someone that's wanting to start their own gym transformation, there are a few lessons that I found useful. The first one being consistency beats motivation. Always. Because motivation can get you a long way, but if you're not motivated, that means that you won't be able to do anything. So it's always better to not start on the spark of motivation and get yourself like really heavy training. This can really kill a beginner, as they are then sad that they can't keep up with the plan. It's always better to make a plan according to your level and be consistent with it. With this, you will get so much more result. I wish somebody told me that, because I injured myself at first time training pull-ups just because I couldn't keep up with my ego. Just stay consistent and you will get there sooner. The second thing is mastering the basics before you move on to some advanced exercises. You can build a really good physique with just basic exercises. For example, my leg routine is just squats, hip thrusts, Bulgarians, and maybe some things like cable kickbacks. And that's it. You don't need some exotic exercises you saw on the internet. For beginners, this can be really confusing and sometimes leads to them switching around exercises every week. And this is the thing that's killing your progress. It's always better to build your routine around compound movements that you know that you can do and you can progressively overload, than switching it around and always doing some new exercises that you're not used to and maybe you're not going with such good form as you should be. The third thing that is really, really useful, listen to that, is that you need to learn how to train hard. Because training hard doesn't mean that you feel tired during the set, but it's training to failure, This is really good for hypertrophy, and if you are building the base of your workout program around compound movements that you're confident in, you can progressively overload more easily and you can actually train hard. Why would you bother with all of the other things, optimizing your life, your diet, if you just go to the gym and train to mild discomfort? Leave the mild discomfort at home. At gym, train hard and don't be scared of it. You won't grow muscly and bulky because you go to the failure. And step number 4, please don't neglect recovery. Because if you train hard and train consistently, you need to know how to recover your body. You need to learn how to optimize your sleep, give yourself proper nutrients, and also have like an active rest day. So your rest day doesn't look like lying in the bed and doom scrolling for the whole day. Go for a walk, go for a bicycle ride. Just because it's a rest day doesn't mean you can't do anything. It's even better for you to do something during the rest day because your muscles recover faster if you pump some blood into them, because the blood gives them the nutrients they need to actually get stronger. And let's get to the main part, which is my transformation and overall how it went. The first 2 weeks at the gym, you're just so new to everything, and it's normal for you to be a bit scared, to not do all of the exercises right. And this was also my experience. I was literally looking up how to do an exercise before I did a set. But the real breakthrough came around like third month when I actually started lifting more and heavier. But for me, until the 5th month, it was a big mistake. I ate the calories I used to, which were barely for maintaining my body. So I didn't gain that much muscle and that much strength. After the 5th month, I started actively bulking and training hard, and this is where I saw my progress just skyrocketing. So the starting weight was around 42 kilograms. Right now I have 47, closer to 48. So if you're a beginner and found this video useful, don't worry. I was beginner once too. I was scared that people are looking at me, that they are judging me, but I found out that nobody's judging you. Actually, every single person at the gym is happy that you're there too, because someday they were beginners too, and they know how it feels. So don't be scared just because someone is looking at you. They're minding their own business. And the last thing, one bad day doesn't ruin your progress. Just because you're not feeling motivated, you had a bad training day, you're maybe feeling sick, this doesn't mean that your progress is ruined. I'm a person that gets sick really easily. And I was sick multiple times throughout my journey and still got to where I am today. And being sick wasn't for me just 1-2 days off. It was maybe a week. So don't be scared to start, and I hope you will enjoy your workout journey as much as I am.